Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to JC's Anime Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a Winter 2021 Waifu tier list. So how this is going to work is we're going to take all the female characters from the anime that is currently airing, which is the Winter 2021 season. Some of them are continuing series, so like Jujutsu Kaisen started last season, but it's continuing, so we have characters from that in here too. And I think I've got about 40 something characters from 18 different shows, so I don't have every single show that is airing right now because I just didn't have the time to watch every single show, but I watched as many as I could. So with that said, let's get into the tier list. So here we are on the Tier Maker website, and I'll leave a link in the description to this exact tier list that I'm doing if you want to do it yourself. So starting off, we have Kohaku from Dr. Stone, and I'll be honest, I don't really like her that much. I think that she's kind of cool sometimes, but a lot of the time I find her a little bit annoying, and I don't really get what's with the character design with the eyes being so far spread apart. I think it's a little weird. I don't think that she's a horrible character, but she's not that great, so I think I'm just gonna put her in D. Next is Eris from Mushoku Tensei, and I like Eris. I don't think that she's the best character in Mushoku Tensei, but I don't think that she's necessarily a bad character, so I think I'll just put her in B tier because I feel comfortable with that. I don't think that she's necessarily a bad character, but isn't exactly a great character either. Next is this girl from Dr. Ramoon, Mysterious Disease Specialist. Now, I don't remember her name at all. I actually looked it up right before recording this, and I still completely forgot it. I don't think that she's a very good character. She hasn't been in the show very much, so I'm gonna go ahead and put her at E tier. I just feel like she hasn't really even been in it that much. By the way, Dr. Ramoon, Mysterious Disease Specialist is actually weirdly good. It looks really bad, but it's actually kind of funny and really weird. Next, we have Nobara. Now, I think Jujutsu Kaisen fans are probably going to get a little bit upset with me. I don't think that she's that great of a character. I didn't really get it when everyone was like saying how much of a great character she was within like the first episode she was introduced. She's okay. Like, I don't think that she's bad, but I don't really get all the hype around her where everybody really likes her for some reason. So I think I'm going to put her in C tier. She's not bad, but I don't think that she's necessarily a great character, mostly because I think we just need more time with her. I feel like she hasn't really done too much. So C tier, we'll leave her in C tier. Next is Sasha from Attack on Titan. I forgot about her because it's been like 5 years since I've seen season 1, but I recently started rewatching it, and now I remember Sasha because I completely forgot her once season 4 started, and I think that she's a really great character. I think that she's really funny, so we're gonna put her in A tier. Next is Mereoleona from Black Clover. I normally wouldn't have put a long-running series in here, but since Black Clover is supposed to be ending in like 3 more episodes, I figured I'd throw in some Black Clover characters. So, Mereoleona, completely might be mispronouncing that, but I think that she's a really good character. I think she might be my favorite female character in Black Clover. She's just really badass, and I just really like her. So I think she's gonna go up in A tier with Sasha. Next, we have Maki. Maki, I actually really like. She's my favorite female character in Jujutsu Kaisen, which is weird because she's been in it less than Nobara, but I like her much more than Nobara. I just think that she's a really good character, and some of the weapons that she uses is pretty cool. So I think I'm going to put her in A tier. Sorry, fans of Nobara, I think Maki's much better. Next, we have Ai from Wonder Egg Priority. I like Ai. I don't think that she's, like, amazing, but I think that she's pretty good, so put her in B tier. I think overall the, like, character development in Wonder Egg is what makes all the characters really good, so I think that her character development is really good, but in terms of actually liking her as a character, I think she's, like, B. I don't think she's that great. Next, we have Miku from the Quintessential Quintuplets. She's going to be S tier. I really, really like Miku. She's one of my favorite characters from the Quintessential Quintuplets. She's not my favorite, but in season 1, she was my favorite. In season 2, it's become someone else, but I do think that she's just a really great character all around, and I really like her. S. Next, we have Emilia. Emilia was not my favorite character in ReZero. I don't think that I liked her too much in season 1, but in season 2, she's become the best female character. I know in a previous video I said it was Echidna who is the best female character now, but I think that it's Emilia, so I'm going to put her in S tier. I think that she's really good, and I really like her character. Next is Mikasa. I really like Mikasa, especially like going back and seeing her in season 1. I completely forgot about a lot of stuff with her character, and it's just really interesting knowing what happens in season 4 and seeing her go from season 1 to season 4. I think she's just a really great character all around, and I really liked her character progression from season 1 to 4. So I think I'm going to put her in A tier. Next is this girl from Log Horizon. Now in Log Horizon, I'm in the middle of season 2, or I have like a few episodes left. I didn't manage to catch up to season 3 in time, so I don't know what happens to her character. But where I'm at right now, she's not that great of a character. She doesn't really do much. I don't know. I know that she does do stuff, but where I'm at right now, she's not that great of a character, so I'm going to put her in D tier. Next, we have Olivia something. I can't remember her last name, or Olivia might be her last name, from the Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter. I actually stopped watching this because I didn't like the whole thing with the main character making out with like the lolly. I thought that was a little weird, so I stopped watching it, but from when I did watch it, she was my favorite female character, even though she didn't do anything. So for those of you who don't know, she's just kind of chained up inside of a dungeon, and the main character finds her, and she teaches him skills through her mind, because she can't move at all and is trapped in the dungeon somehow. But I think that she's a really good character. Even though she doesn't really do anything, I still think that she's pretty good. So I think I'm going to put her in like B tier. She's not like amazing, but from what I've seen of her, I do like her. Next, we have Rena from Higurashi. I don't really like Rena, but I don't think that she's a bad character. She's nice whenever she's not killing people. So I'm going to put her in C tier with Nobara. I don't think that she's the greatest character. Next, we have Hori from Horimiya. I really like Hori, and Horimiya has quickly become like my favorite romance anime of all time, and I just think that she's a really, really good character, so definite S tier. Horimiya is really good. If you haven't seen it, definitely go and watch it. Next is Akatsuki from Log Horizon. I really like her so far from everything that I've seen. She's my favorite characters in Log Horizon. So I think I'm going to put her at A tier. I think that she's really badass and I really like her. Next is this girl from So I'm a Spider, So What? I like her. There's a lot of stuff with her that's really funny, and I just don't think that we've seen too much of her. I'll put her at C. I don't think that she's great. She hasn't really done much in the show. She just has some funny parts, so I'll put her at C. She's not amazing, but not bad. Next is Mion from Higurashi. I like her. She's probably my favorite female character in Higurashi. I'll just put her in B tier. I don't really have anything else to say. I think that she's better than Rena, but not by a whole lot. Next, we have Noel from Black Clover. Noel kind of bothers me. Like, a lot of the scenes with her kind of annoy me. I do think that whenever she fights, she's super badass. But whenever she's not fighting, she just is always getting like super annoyed at stuff, and I'm not the biggest fan of her character. So I think she's gonna go in C tier. She is really cool at times, but for the most part, I don't really like her. So C. Next is the spider from So I'm a Spider, So What? The only reason I don't know their name is because they have only said their name once or twice, so I completely forgot the name. Also, in the description for each episode, they call the character the protagonist. They don't say her name, so we'll just call her Spider. We'll put Spider in B tier. I think that she's pretty cool, and I really like her. And this is actually a surprisingly good isekai. If you haven't checked it out, I would recommend it. I actually really like it, so B. Next, we have Nino from the Quintessential Quintuplets. She's my favorite character in the Quintessential Quintuplets. With Season 2, her character development has been really, really good. Way better than every other character in the entire series. And I really like her. She's the best girl of the Quintessential Quintuplets, so S. At the front of. I like her more than all these other characters. Next is Echidna, and like I was saying before, she was my favorite female character in ReZero until some of the stuff happened with Emilia in Season 2. I do like Emilia more, but I do think that she's still up there with her. So I'm going to put her in S tier. She's a really great character. Next, we have Flair from Redo of a Healer. She's not a good character, and if you haven't seen Redo of a Healer, be glad that you haven't seen it. It's pretty bad. Some of the stuff in it is pretty messed up, and she basically just does awful things in the show and has awful things happen to her. There's nothing really to like about her at all. There's nothing to really like about any of the characters in Redo of a Healer, so we're going to put her at F tier. Next is Roxy from Mushoku Tensei. She's my favorite female character in Mushoku Tensei. I just really like Roxy, and all the training that she does with Rudy, I just really like, and I think that she's a really great character, so S tier. Next we have Shinon, I think is her name. I don't know why I completely forgot about it. I do really like her. She's probably my favorite female character of Slime. I think that she's really badass, and I really like her. I think I'll put her at B, just because I don't think that she's amazing, but I do really like her. So, yeah, we'll put her at A. I really like her, so we'll leave her at A. Next is Gilda from Promise Neverland Season 2. Promise Neverland Season 2, I don't know what happened, but it's awful. It's one of the worst animes I've ever seen now. I don't know what happened. It really upsets me. And I just didn't really like Gilda that much to begin with. And then on top of that, with all the stuff that's happening with Season 2, I'm going to put her at E. Next is Emma from Promise Neverland. I think I'm going to put her at D because Promise Neverland Season 2 has her making like awful decisions and doing so many stupid things that it just really bothers me. So I'm going to put her at D tier. It would have been much higher if we're not counting Season 2 at all, but I am, so we'll put her at D tier. Next is Setsuna from Yashahime. I really like Setsuna. I think that she's one of the better characters of Yashahime, and the most recent fight with her, in not the most recent episode, but the one last week, was really good, and it was the best of this series. She's not exactly like the greatest character, so I'll put her in B tier. Next is Rika from Wonder Egg Priority. Rika is the best character in Wonder Egg Priority. Her character development is amazing and really depressing at the same time. So I just think that she's such a great character, so we'll put her in A tier. Next is Emma Brightness from The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter. I don't really like her. She just exists for the main character to make out with her, to get rid of his headaches, to use some magic spell or something like that. That's the whole point of her character. She does have some cool moments here and there, but overall I really don't like her, so I'm going to put her at D tier. Next, we have this girl from Dr. Stone. Can't remember her name, but from what we've seen of her, I do like her. She hasn't been in it a whole lot, so I don't think I'm going to put her very high, but I think that she's better than Kohaku, who's been in it much longer. Or she's only been in it for like a few episodes and is already better than her. So I think I'll put her at C tier, because I completely forgot her name, and I don't think is that much better than Kohaku, but she's still not bad. Next, we have Shuna, I don't know how to pronounce her name, from the Slime anime. I really like her. I don't know what else to say. I just think that she's a good character. Not like the best. I think Shinon is better, so I'm going to put her in B tier. Next, we have Morha from Yashahime, and she's basically like if Inuyasha was a girl. She's the female version of Inuyasha, and I think that she's the best character in Yashahime so far, so I think I'm going to put her in A tier just because I really like her. Don't know what else to say. She's basically female Inuyasha, so we'll put her in A tier. Next is Yuki from Hori. The most recent episode was mainly focusing around her, and I think they're doing a really good job with her character, and I really like her. She's one of my favorite characters of Hori. So, we'll put her in A tier. I really like her. Next, we have Miwa, I think is her name. I could be completely wrong. Pretty sure that's her name, from Jujutsu Kaisen. I like her. I think that she's really funny and is already better than Nobara, but she's already better than her and it's just really funny. I feel like she hasn't done much, but I think that she's really funny, so I'll put her probably in B tier. I think that we need more of her character, but if we see more of her character, she'll probably go up to A or S. But for now, we'll put her in B tier. Next, we have Toa from Yashahime. And Toa started out as a really good character. When they first introduced her, I thought that she was really good. But once she goes from the present day to the feudal era Japan with Morha and Setsuna and all that, she becomes really stupid. I don't know what happens. She just starts making really bad decisions and seems so like oblivious to everything that's going on. And in one of the more recent episodes, she made like the worst decision she could have made, and it was just really stupid. To be honest, I actually hate her character. She's my least favorite character in Yashahime. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I'm gonna put her at F tier. I really don't like Toa. Next, we have Remy from Hori. I really like Remy. I think that she's a really, really good character. And they always do like an episode to focus on specific characters. And they did an episode to focus on her. And they did a really good job with her. So I'm going to put her at A tier next to Yuki. Next, we have Nero from Black Clover. I like her. I think that she's a good character. The only thing that I don't like is that like her magic is to like seal something, and that's it. Whenever she does something, she'll fail at sealing something because someone's too strong, and then she can't do anything else. That's like her only ability is to seal someone, and that's it. So that's why I don't think I'm going to put her that high. I like her as a character, kind of, but I just feel like we haven't seen enough of her, and she is really useless in a lot of the fights. So we'll put her in C tier with Noel. Next, we have this girl from Wonder Egg. Man, I'm really bad at remembering the characters' names, but the most recent episode did a good job with her character, and I like her. She's not the best, so I think I'm going to put her in B tier. I kind of feel the same about most of the girls in Wonder Egg. Overall, I just feel like we need to see more of them. I don't think that they're bad characters. I just think that they could be better. And now we have Momo. Momo's my least favorite girl, only because she was introduced the last and only had like an episode to develop her character, and then they continued with the story. It didn't do anything else with her character. She's just kind of there, and I just feel like they kind of just left her and they haven't really done anything with her. So I think I'm going to put her in C tier. She's not that great of a character yet. Next, we have Sylphy or Sylphiette from Mushoku Tensei. I really like her. I think that her relationship with Rudy is really sweet, and I really like her. So I'm just going to put her at A tier. So there we go. That was it. That was the last character. Like I said, I will leave a link in the description for this tier list that I did, and you guys can do your own. Send me pictures if you want on Twitter. Here's my @ If you want to tweet me a picture of yours, if you do it, you don't have to do it. But if you want to do it, this tier list, feel free to, and you can tag me on Twitter if you want to let me know that you did it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you stayed till the end of the video, thanks. Thanks for making it this far. I know that this is just going to be a long video. There's nothing I can do about it. So if you made it to the end, thanks for watching all this way. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the waifus from Winter 2021. Which one's your favorite? Let me know if you want to see more as well. I can do a boy version of this. And if you want me to continue doing this, and I can do this at the end of every season. The season usually lasts for like 3 months or so. So at the end of that, we can do a tier list. Maybe I can turn it into like a live stream thing. I don't know. I think that could be cool. So anyways, let me know in the comments your thoughts if you want to see more videos like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you guys next time.